power steering pump, and Swaybar links replacement. See, we're on a jack point. I'm about to pull off the tire. Already broke everything loose. We'll come back. So everything's good. Everything's good. Stake hold up. Everything's good. Now it's time to get rid of those nasty fucking Swaybar links. So let's get at it. Alright, so we went and jacked up the control arm and we pulled it. So we're Gucci. This fucking shitter was in there. As you can see, that thing's like totally fucked, bro. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. That shit fucked, boy. That shit's fucked, bro. And for the new part, it will go like so. Now comes the tricky part. Is getting this motherfucker to line up, so we're gonna have to lean it back down again. Alright, we went ahead and lowered the jack on the control arm and we got it in. So we're titties now. We just gotta bolt it in. And the same goes for the other side. Fucking breakfast of champions right here. Let's go. And then what we got is this motherfucker on there. Alright. Super titties. Alrighty. It's hot. It's hot as a motherfucker. To fucking jack the car up, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe. Yeah. So we are, in fact, working on the next side. So let's go ahead and get that done. You know, right over there. You know, same as the other. Alright. So we got a new Swaybar link in there. You can see. Fucking titties. It's time to get my tire back on. Alright. Last thing to do is to torque this bitch down. So, yeah. Where's my bolt at? It's right here. Down. Alright, should be all Gucci. Okay. Oopsie. Expensive ass phone to drop that bolt on. Okay, that's that. Swaybar link's done. Alright, so next step is to replace this power steering pump. So we get that motherfucker out of here. And then, so we're gonna have to take it off. We'll take off the belt. The idler tensioner, I believe, is right here. Push that down, release the tension, pull out the belt. Unscrew a few bolts right here, and then should be good. Should be titties. Should be very smooth sailing. And we're gonna have to probably top off the reservoir. I mean, fuck it. Should be good. Real quick, also need to disengage the battery before I fuck with that. Just because it's gonna be electrical that feeds that as well. We don't want to give it any kind of like fucking shock or whatever. As we can see, it would be the idle tensioner pulley. So just take off the belt. So we just moved the belt to the side. You know, no need to necessarily pull it all the way off. But the belt seems to be good. I know because I replaced it about like half a year ago. So there's no way it should be like fucking rotted or anything, but doesn't really seem to have any cracks or anything. Seems to be good. So does feel a little off, but I mean it feels a little weathered, you know. Other than that, hey. And this is what we're gonna be putting in. And then so it should be, you know. Alright. A lot of bloodshed later. Blood, sweat, and tears. Fucking, we got the power steering pump removed. And it is fucking dirty. So I might clean it up a little bit more than I already have. But as we can see right there, you see that? It says Easy 36, baby. See it right there? Easy 36. Right over there. I can't zoom in, or I would. And then I also had to go to the store and buy an extension socket set so I could fucking reach the bolts for the housing. I got the idler pulley obviously right there, or the tensioner pulley. And you know, the old water pump right here, or not water pump, power steering pump. Water pump obviously I believe is fucking down there behind that fucking shit, which is a whole nother story. So yeah, alright, as we can see, serpentine belt's back on. We got our new power steering pump. We did top it off, so it's good to go. Should be, at least. I need to get to a flat surface, honestly, to really check this shit out, but it's definitely low. I'm gonna have to put in some, it looks like cold mint, it's like way below it, so I'm gonna have to add. And yeah, I'll clean up the engine bay a little bit, but we'll be back. Alright, so engine bay has been cleaned up a little bit. You know what, there's actually still something to clean up a little bit of. Alright, but you know, we're a lot cleaner. A lot cleaner than we were before. So, yeah. Should be good. And we topped her off and all that stuff too. So, but we also topped off the power steering pump. So, alright. Also, it's probably good to check your fluids. You know, coolant, fucking oil, your brakes, brake fluid, and and your not your transmission, but your power steering. And transmission obviously can't get to that because they deleted it. So it's kind of like once it's fucking done, it's done. One thing I did notice though, it's always good to look over your vehicle. You know, my MAF sensor missing a screw. So I'm gonna have to go to the store and pick up one of those and screw that bitch back in. But last thing to do is connect the battery terminal. And boom! Booyah! We done. Fucking old part. Fucking old part. And fucking old part. So this car should theoretically drive very smoothly now. Car needs cleaned, but like, you know, it's not like someone pissed in mine. There we go. She's primed. Fucking everything. Belt, but you hear the power steering phone. I assume that will go away when it bleeds itself fully. Not bleeds itself, but gets like the fucking bubbles out. So basically, the last thing I really did, you know, like I said, check your levels and stuff. I put in more because this literally went all the way down to 0, you know, and I left it open, and you can't hear the power steering pump anymore whining. So I need to add more to it, but it just kind of rotated the steering wheel and it stopped freaking locking up. And it stopped whining. So I'd say we almost got it all the way bled. That has a lot of cigarette butts. By the way, I quit that habit. I'm now sticking with Zen. And that's gonna be out of my car soon enough. It's pretty sad. But going with this to try and quit cigarettes, it's a lot. But as we can see, we've continued to drop in level. As you know, it says fucking cold max and it's hot, so hot max is all the way up here, and hot minimum is right here. So clearly we need to come up on the level. But I mean, we just kind of been sitting here for the past 15 minutes just turning the wheel, and we topped off that all we could. We're gonna have to go buy some more power steering fluid, but we're gonna make it the same kind that we just topped it off with, and we're gonna continue to let it kind of boil all the oxygen, all the air bubbles out of it. So then we'll know what level we need to put it in at hot.